Hello, welcome back. Self-Publishing 101, Susan Aubin. That's me. Let's get right into this. So this is KDP. I'm going to walk you through exactly what I see, what you will see when you have an account. I can't walk you through setting it up because I set mine up years ago. And I can't set up another one because my tax information is already in there. So this is what it looks like. This is Kindle Direct Publishing. You sign in. This already has my stuff saved. So this is what you will see. You'll see Kindle Direct Publishing, you'll see your bookshelf, your reports, the community, and marketing tips and strategies, which is super, super helpful. This is where you create a new book, whether it's an ebook or paperback. Luckily, if you make one and you want to make the same book in both formats, you hit ebook, it realizes it's the book before, and it pretty much inputs everything you already had. You do have to put in a new the same manuscript, but you have to re-input that, and then the cover, because that's different than a paperback cover, because on a paperback you have a front and a back. Ebook, you only have the front. Now this is new. You can add a series. I'm not sure if you're there yet. I have not used this button yet because I don't have any series running. Between Us is set up to be a trilogy, but we only have the first book. So we're gonna go right in here. This is also, I want to show you your bookshelf. It shows you all of your published work. And once you have enough, it'll have a couple pages. So I'm gonna bring you right into, so you can see that these are both drafts, whereas this one is live. So we're gonna go into this draft. It's continue setup, and this is for the paperback, so you can see just everything. So you have paperback details, paperback content, and paperback rights and pricing. You have to do each section first before moving on to the next section, and you'll see why. So you have your book title. If you have a subtitle, you put that stuff in. A lot of it is just filling in the boxes. Series, edition number, this is all independent stuff. So this book does not need that information. You put your name in or your pen name. It will ask if it's a pen name. You just say yes or no. Contributors, I do have an illustrator on this book, so her information went in there. Then you have a description. I need to add, I didn't finish that. I gotta do that before we publish. And then your rights, and if you don't know your rights to publishing, it explains them right here. What is domain work? What are publishing rights? You can get into larger detail with those too. It'll bring you to a whole different link. Then keywords. These words are so important, and it's like if you look up anything about self-publishing, you'll see that. Like, pick your keywords wisely. It's so important because this is how Amazon is going to push your content. If they see that someone has bought something that has to do with women or advice or body image, they will push this book in their ads and in their direction. So this is super important for your niche, whether you're directly selling them to them or not, because Amazon will do some of the work for you. Not all of it, but some of it. Then you have to choose a category. So you'll have this option. You can go in and see they all have different subcategories. Mine is a poetry book, so it's non-classifiable, but I always put it under women authors. And then adult content, obviously you are the mercy of your own judgment there. So then save and continue. It'll bring you to the next section. Takes a minute to save. The longest part is when you upload a manuscript. So now you're on paperback content. They will assign you an ISBN number if you want it. I already asked for one, but it will say, do you want one or do you have your own? You cannot use this ISBN number on any other publishing platform. The issue with that is if you want to, you can publish across multiple platforms. Like, you could publish here at KDP and you could go and publish at Barnes & Noble. However, you would need to have them assign you another ISBN number, which is this number. It's the number that's printed on the back of the book where the barcode is. When you have multiple ISBN numbers, if someone is looking up that book from the Barnes & Noble store, it's not going to come up on Amazon. It's only going to come up for Barnes & Noble and vice versa. So you can also get your own ISBN number. I actually don't know that process because I always just let Amazon assign me one. It's just the easiest thing for me. You can put a publication date in. I'm just going to have it go live as soon as it's published. It does take about 72 hours to be published and in print from the time you hit publish here. You get your options, your print options. This is always like the fun stuff. You get to whether you want black paper, white paper, not black paper, white interior with cream paper, or white paper. And then you have your size. You can, have been doing 5x8s the last 3 books. It just worked the best for me. You can do bigger or smaller, and you have all these. And you can also do a self-defined one. You have to be careful with that, with the bleeding and margins. That's where it gets tricky. That's why 5x8 just works for Microsoft and the platforms that I use for writing the manuscript itself. And then you can have your cover be matte or glossy, which it's kind of cool how different a book can look with those 2 features. Then you upload your paperback, and then I will actually go in to my cover creator so you can see what this looks like. It takes less time than to book preview. That takes a very long time. It can take up to 30 minutes for that to load. Whoa, what's going on here? So as you see, things can change often. Oh, you know what it is? It's because my manuscript is too small. I put in a rough manuscript just to make sure the page format was right. And this is what happens. You'll come in and you'll think it's perfect and you're set to hit publish, and then this is why they make you look at everything over again. It'll tell you what you need. So DPI printing. So this image is from Canva, but I need to go in and I need to change the formatting so that it's higher resolution, so that it doesn't print fuzzy. This is the barcode area. This is where your ISBN number is going to be. They usually have formats so you can choose your styles and whatnot. Here you go. This will show you the layouts that you can choose. It'll change it all up. Super cute. And you can change your color themes. My colors are the same because this I made myself and put the image in. If you're using this program that they have here, they would give you different ways you could set it up. And then you can change your fonts, as always, with everything. You can change them all up. So that is that. Let's see if we can get, how to get out of here. Okay, so then let's go to paper. I've already done all these steps, so that's why I could kind of skip around. But your first time you won't be able to skip around. So territories, you can figure out where your rights are, figure out where you can publish with your copyrights, etc. And then this is what I was talking about, royalties. So you can change it up. You can put in different prices. Let's say I want to sell this book for $9.99. It's going to show me the minimum that I can print it at. So I have to charge at least $5.38 so that both Amazon and I make a cut. The max I can print it at is $250, which is absurd, but anyways. So if I sold this book for $9.99, I get 60%, Amazon gets 40%. It shows exactly that breakdown. But I get 60% because I pay, that print cost comes out of mine. So it costs $2.15, I believe, to print this book. It would have been on the other page. It tells you once you put your manuscript in. So after print cost and after that 60-40 split, I only make $3.84 per book if you sell them for $9.99. And Amazon makes $1.87. So this book I was actually going to sell for $12.99. And my royalty would have been $5.64, but for some reason I love the numbers 1111, so that's what we're gonna go with. I'm making over $1 less, but it's more affordable for other people, and it's, at the end of the day, yes, it is about sharing my work and making some income on it, but I want to share my work and make it equitable so that other people can get it. I don't need that extra $1.50 to share my work. So I just chose, this is the first book that I've actually chose a price based off of numbers that I like. I don't know why, I just feel like I need to do 1111 on this one. But that is that. So then you come down here, terms and conditions, it'll tell you it can take up to 72 hours for your book to be available to purchase. You can request printed proofs, which I highly recommend before publishing, especially your first time. I do it every time just so that I can hold the book. It's essentially your book printed out. On the top it says not for resale, and it's so that you can look at it, make sure there's no errors, make sure your spacing in your lines and margins and everything are perfect before you publish. That usually takes about 3 weeks to come in, though. I will warn you, it's not something that'll be in there. It's not Amazon Prime. And then once you are done, you can hit that publish your paperback. I am not, because we are not there yet. I'm just going to hit save as draft, and it's going to bring me right back to KDP. I do want to show you guys also so I haven't sold any books, so it's going to be a big old Easter egg here. Nothing. But this is what it looks like. So it'll show you, I can show you. Let's see. Let me go back. Oh, well, I guess you can only go back 90 days. Huh, this is weird. Let's see. So I've sold nothing, which probably makes me look like a horrible publisher, but I have not been marketing anything. I just wanted you to see this units ordered. And then there's the community page, which has been down for the last couple of weeks. But marketing, it does show you can run promotions on your book. And it's really, really helpful. You can pretty much do anything you want here. The community page is nice. You can talk to other people if you have issues or anything like that. Most of my book sales lately have been from local bookstores. So I've been selling, I bring down copies, author copies that you can buy that don't have that print thing on the front that says not for resale. You buy them for print cost, so you don't have to pay what other people are paying on Amazon, and then you can sell them yourself. So your royalties are already higher by selling a book in person, because you pay $2.15 for the book, and then you can sell it for, even if you sell it for $10, you're still making $8. So that you just have to figure out your math. It takes a lot of getting used to, and then the marketing side of that is pretty substantial. But yes, so that's KDP. I introduced you to it. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the last video. Marketing is the last thing we're going to talk about. So yeah, I hope that was helpful.